just really cool to see how at PrimeKey we have such a talented engineers of different generations. Some have a gray hair beard and some are great, less beard. So I'd like just to spend a couple of minutes wrapping this up. The first thing that I would like to do is to thank all of you attendees making this event. We appreciate that you are all experts in your field, and your companies, your organizations sometimes want to have you either coding or doing whatever else, and so you spending time and coming to this event, we really appreciate. So we have attendees coming all the way from Australia, Azerbaijan, Middle East, to California, Americas, and so of course we have also plenty of from Sweden and adjacent countries. Even more so, if I may extend more thanks is then to our external speakers. I think it's safe to say we had really great speakers, and your expertise and your perspectives on the industry and different aspects of be it PKR or adjacent areas is really valuable for us as a vendor and developer of our products, but I truly hope that also other attendees could have seen value in your presentations, and maybe ask you a little bit around and so on, and see what's going on there. Then of course I'd like to thank very much to entire PrimeKey team, and Karen, you especially, for making this also painless for me. And then a little wrap up. Scott had to leave yesterday afternoon because he had some business meetings, but interestingly enough, I think Scott's presentation kind of touches even to, or addresses even blockchains, because regardless of the technology, it looks like without these different aspects of the policy and management and trust, it just doesn't work. And then, of course, his aspects, his experience bringing the PKIs and services to from zero to full operations. It's amazing what Dark Matter has done in such a short period of time, and they have talented people not only in the PKI and in crypto and everything. So it's really cool to work with them, our pleasure. Then of course with Siemens, one of the most reputable companies in the world, Henrik, you gave us a kind of crash course on industrial IoT. And there are, of course, so many areas to think about. Industrial IoT obviously requires a very serious approach. There are no simple solutions there. And we, of course, have seen that there are some protocols discussed throughout the conference. We discussed why we used CMP in that particular case. I think one of the takeaways would have been that also for the RA, or registering different type of devices, you actually need to consider that there has to be some business logic, something closer to the business logic connected there. Then, of course, Mike presented about EGBCA, and EGBCA is in its teens. And being a teenager, boy or girl, they want to look nice, so we promise we will improve on GUI. It's promised that we keep repeating, but I think we are now in a really good spot to deliver, given some other things that EGBCA team has been working on in order to enable that for the next years of EGBCA. And saying that it's a teen, as you noticed, EGBCA has been continuously updated, so it's not like 15 years old code. Then, of course, Tomislav put lots of thoughts in our heads. Okay, are we out of business? Are we in business? How's this going to work? Then, oh my gosh. But then you gave us also hope. Of course, there is tremendous problems of standardization. That was a theme that was mentioned several times. And maybe some kind of disaster in terms of this evil physicist attacking our nice and easy RSA and elliptic curves with their evil machines will make us be more efficient even in the creation of the standards. And of course, Tomislav and his team have been working in this area quite some. They set up the excellent cryptographers. It's a really pleasure to have you for the third time, you yourself twice, and your colleague from the last year to support this conference and give us also ideas what we have to think about. Then we had Losing the Sky in Diamonds, EGBCA Goes Cloud, and our colleagues from California presented something quite interesting. We believe that it's a very nice and compelling offering for, say, startups, but also to learn how to use EGBCA. And we also think that there will be quite many serious implementations of PKI in the cloud, of course. And Martin presented about PKI Appliance, which is our best-selling product. It has been a tremendous pleasure to see how your different customers and partners have adopted it and used it. And of course, from our perspective, we want to keep updating, but nothing dramatic, because we are very well aware that you want to have backward compatibility. We are very happy to have also to work with the Timaco and working with the HSM. There is nothing wrong. We love even other HSM vendors, of course. And then Dan, what would I say? Roger Federer of PKI. Truly nice to see how DigiCert is working, and you gave us some really nice examples, and also what we should be thinking of when we are opening some web pages. And some things are not really trivial as they might look like. What kind of measures we are introducing in the industry to protect the consumers from CAA and CT perspectives, totally important. Then we said, I think Mike also mentioned, browser keygen is dead, and then long live the browser keygen. Maybe we'll do something about that. Then coming back to my friend Martin, something that we are really excited about, the SEE. I hope some of you had the chance to talk with Martin and Oreste or whomever in our team. And so we are really excited. Our thought process back 5 years ago where that we understand that while you can have great HSMs, even EGBCA or Sign Server or any security application is mission critical, and if you fiddle with the code that is running, that is operating HSM, you could do nasty stuff. So that was kind of the initial reasoning, but of course the abstraction and the way what the team has done, in my opinion, is kind of so cool. Then Joachim, our colleagues from both Sweden and United States, about virtual smart cards, and it was really interesting to see. And it's really nice where you, I really appreciate it, kind of just statement, okay, it's not applicable in all cases, but where it is applicable, it saves you 50%. It's awesome. I mean, it's not small money, right? It's quite nice. And then, of course, David, the Jedi of open source, who went through 3 years of FIPS. We wish you that you don't do it again for 3 years, but we kind of understand what was going on. What we, of course, we are tremendously thankful to the entire team that's behind the Bouncy Castle, and of course we at PrimeKey have been using Bouncy Castle for years. So thank you for making trip, spending time with us. And Kevin and Harry, our partners from Venify, were leaders in their space, and also Star Wars fans. It's awesome, really cool. But there, I mean, jokes aside, it's really serious aspect of code signing as a service, and there will be many organizations out there who don't have experts like you are, who will be in big trouble. Be it IoT, industrial IoT or other type of IoTs and whatnot. And then Mike, thank you also for your presentation. I think Cisco has given us, with gray hair, infrastructure and ability to have internet in the world. And it is, in my humble opinion, an example of thought leadership on the Cisco side. They also contributed with the SCAP protocol back then, and are contributing with the EST just as a standard. They wrote up all of this stuff, and then of course put in the open source reference implementations that we can all use. And again, in my humble opinion, the IoT, we are heading for smaller, bigger, but serious disasters with vendors who are not serious about be it secure firmware, signed firmware, whatnot. So I think EST would be definitely something to recommend to anyone to have. And of course, coming back now to our colleagues, Marcus and Bastian, it's fresh in your memory. We're working on Science Server. It's a hidden gem at PrimeKey. EGBC has always been more prominent, but there are so many nice use cases for Science Server and, so to say, cryptographic document processing on a non-client side. And then Bastian, it's great for marketing to have PK and a blockchain. It's awesome. So once again, I would really like to thank you for your time, for making your trips. And it's kind of, this conference would not be so successful if it wasn't for you from all over the world. It was a tremendous honor that you found the time to participate. That was just kind of, I'm very, very thankful to all of you. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, and just to, this is so cheap copy, but I really appreciate the gentleman. One more thing. Today we made a release of one more product that we have. So my colleague Aveen over there, if anybody would like to see it, it's NPKD. If you are in the, say, government side, and the e-passports, she would love to show you what we have done. So PrimeKey developers are working hard while we are partying. Nope, I didn't say that. Thank you again. And also there is the survey. Please give us your feedback, what we can improve. Thank you very much.